Konnichiwa, Minasan. Welcome to another episode of Backlog Brain Rot. Joining me, as always, are my co-hosts, Parrott
Hello, hello.
and Sean.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas.
Whoa, very festive already.
Yeah, Sean's ready. We're recording this early December, but I'm also, ready for Christmas. I only work till December 19th, so I am counting down the days and I'm ready to celebrate, especially since last year I really didn't get to celebrate Christmas with everything that happened with when Nathan was born. So we're really looking forward to Christmas this year.
Yeah, that's true. You have like two Christmases worth, basically.
Yep, we got to go all out. So yeah, our
Nice. I
theme.
I
Our
get a total of 1 day off for Christmas, so it's not
oh,
really that much exciting for me.
we always get Christmas Eve off, even if I don't take it. So we always get 2 days, which is nice.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
took like
12
the week of
days.
Thanksgiving off, so I'm probably not gonna do a lot for Christmas. But I'm sure it is. I think we've all got a lot of snow already, so we'll see
Oh
if it
yeah.
stays a white Christmas.
It's not too bad here yet. I had to snow blow once, but there was some memories that came up from last year, and that's when we got like 2 feet of snow, like at Thanksgiving. I was like, ugh, please no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Thanksgiving's
we
always that weird time of year that you can either get like a ton of snow or
I
like.
know. All right, well, the topic we're going to do, as Sean kicked it off a little bit, we're going to do top 10 Christmas/winter games and levels in video games. So it's kind of a broad spectrum of subjects here, but there were definitely some games and levels I thought of instantly when thinking about this. And there are some I'm like, I would really like to play this every year, but I never do, but maybe I should start.
Yeah, I'm curious how you guys took this list because I definitely have more winter levels than Christmas. There was not very many Christmas things I could think of.
I always assume like when I do like winter level, it always reminds me of Christmas that time of year.
Yeah.
So especially some of these on my list definitely remind me of Christmas just from like the music or like the overall like how like the art style they used or the colors that are in the area.
Yeah, there's on my list I have 7 Christmassy levels and games, but 3 of them are just more winter themed. But so, Parrot, why don't you kick us off with your first one?
All right, I have some pretty random items on this list. I'll be honest. And I also didn't have a strong order, so I'm just going to start out with a classic winter game. It was on the N64, or at least that's where I played it. Maybe on other consoles, but I just wanted to shout out Snowboard Kids. I don't know if you guys have
Ooh.
played this.
I've never even heard of it.
I
Oh
haven't
my goodness.
I haven't played it, but I've heard of it. I've seen videos. It's a pretty famous one.
Yeah, I think there might be 3 of them. I think there's Snowboard Kids 1 and 2, and then maybe a DS entry, I'm pretty sure. But it's just like picture SSX, but like kind of Mario Kart ish. It's a cartoony, arcadey snowboarding game, downhill snowboarding, and you have like all these different characters, and I'm pretty sure they use items, and yeah, just of course a classic winter activity, snowboarding. I mean, it definitely counts.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were gonna say 1080, maybe.
Oh, I
I thought he
actually
was gonna.
I like that game. But
Interesting.
1080 is like that's real sport. Now snowboard kids,
Yeah.
that's whimsical, just like Christmas.
The only snowboarding game I really ever played was SSX. Was it
Tricky
Tricky
on
3,
GameCube.
maybe?
Yeah.
I think it was on PS2, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
it
think,
was that era. Yeah.
but yeah, that was the only one I've ever played.
So yeah, I've played 1080 Avalanche on N64 and GameCube, Snowboard Kids, and then I really liked SSX on Tour on GameCube, where you could snowboard as Mario, Luigi, or Peach. The game was pretty
Yeah,
awesome, and I only bought
I've
it
like
because of Mario, Luigi, and Peach.
I've never played a SSX game or anything like that.
Are you just uninterested in like that kind of game? Like, do you like Tony Hawk?
I like Tony Hawk, but I'm not really into like snowboarding or any of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've never snowboarded in my life, despite living in a place with winter. I just when it comes to
Same.
wintertime, I just stay inside.
yeah,
So
because we don't want to go out there. Exactly.
yeah, I'm
I've
not
actually
interested.
I've never skied either.
I thought you were gonna say you've
No,
never seen snow. That would
Yeah,
have
I've never
been.
seen
no.
snow. It's wild. It's
I lived
crazy.
in Massachusetts and I've never seen snow.
lived in Massachusetts, went to school in the Midwest. Never seen snow though.
No,
It's
I just
insane.
black out everything. All right, Sean, what's your first one?
All right. Well, we're gonna go with my first one is the Avalanche minigame from Mario Party. No, I'm kidding.
I was
That's
like,
the
whoa,
Mario
what?
Party 4. It's the Avalanche one. It's where you're skiing. I was just messing around there. When Parrot, I mean, when Parrot, when you brought up snowboarding, I thought of like skiing from Mario Party. That's why. All right, my number
Cushy
10.
Penguins was the actual one.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah. My number 10. Mine aren't in really any particular order. Also, um restricted myself to like one per franchise. So like what I usually do when I make lists like this. So my number 10 is the Crystal Palace from Paper Mario. This is like the final like
Ooh.
dungeony area where you get the final crystal star in the original Paper Mario. And you to get here, you obviously Crystal Palace, you traverse through like a snowy mountain area and you come through a snowy village. And as you're entering, it's very snow themed. Like there's like snowflakes on the walls. The music is very Christmassy to me. It irks Christmas if you've played the game. The music is very subtle and soft, but it sounds like a Christmas sounds like a Christmas like tune to me. The final boss is a Crystal King, and it's crystal, but it's like ice, and there's like ice enemies here. And I just overall really enjoy this chapter in Paper Mario in general. It's like that's the seventh chapter, so it's like with a like I said,
Yeah.
the final star spirit, and I just really like it. It brings me back. It brings me back to like a Christmassy vibe, and I always when I get that, I'm like, oh, I really. The only part of winter I like is like that December month, and it brings me back to that time. And yeah, so like I had to go with the Crystal Palace. It's awesome. And just shout out to Paper Mario in general because that whole area. I'm not a big like icy, snowy fan of a lot of video game areas, but like this place was freaking awesome, and I remember like going there and being amazed as a child.
Yeah, I love the Penguin Village. That's like my favorite part of
Yes.
that chapter. Like, because you get like involved in this murder mystery, and
Hmm.
yeah, it's just the vibes are very high, and Paper Mario in general, but especially that chapter. Do you remember
Also,
this at all, Parrot? Or
I don't remember this part at all, but I was thinking when you said Paper Mario, I was like, oh, the toy world, just like Santa's elves.
Oh God, no. Chapter that's like my least favorite chapter.
Shy Guy's Toy Box.
Shy Guy. So
That's
that's
the
my least
only
favorite
part about
chapter.
that. That's the only part about that game I remember.
Yeah.
That's my favorite party member though in that place.
Oh, what?
I love Watt
Actually,
in
it's my
Battle
second
Area.
least favorite chapter. Chapter 4 and 5 are like my least favorite in those games, which
Yeah,
is the
the
toy
Yoshi's
box and then
Island.
the Yoshi's Island, which is funny because I'm a huge Yoshi guy. But unrelated, but there's a huge sequence break you can do in that Yoshi's Island that you can completely ruin the game. It's awesome.
All right, well, my number 10 is from Donkey Kong Country, and that is Snow Barrel Blast. So I don't know if you guys remember this level, but this is the first level in the snow world, which is World 4, I believe. And what makes this one so impressive is you start in like this mountainy area, and it's like it's not really snowing or anything, but the further you get in the level, the more the snow just starts to hammer down like you're in New England or Buffalo, because by the end of the level it's just completely covering your screen. The music like increases to like increase with how much dramatic the snow is, and you can't see, and you're having to blast the barrel through the barrels in the air. I like the whole world in general, but that first level is just such a good introduction to it.
Is this the one where you can fall down and there's like actually a barrel that shoots you to the end of this section?
Yes, yep.
Okay. I remember this level pretty vividly because my friend and I had the NES Classic, and he's not very good at Donkey Kong, and him and I were like passing the controller, and we just like could not beat this level for whatever reason that day. And then he like accidentally fell and hit the barrel, and then got to us to the end, and we were so hyped.
Yeah, it's a
It's
I
tough
interesting
one.
because like like winter levels and platformers, I honestly don't think I put any of my on here for the most part because it's like they're usually annoying. They're usually like slippery and sliding, but the Donkey Kong ones are good.
I think it depends on the game for platformers, but you brought this up, and since I was late to Donkey Kong Country games, when I went and replayed this, I was amazed at just how good the snow looked in this and how much
I know.
like how the snow like gradually picks up as the game goes on. It's like crazy to think that this was like a Super Nintendo game.
Yeah, it's really impressive, and the music just matches with it. Like I just replayed the Game Boy Advance version, which is funny because in some ways I feel like the GBA versions are better than the original, but in a lot of ways the Super Nintendo version's way better because they have to like make, especially the first Donkey Kong, they made everything brighter because it was made for the original Game Boy Advance, not the SP, so there was no backlight. So everything's like really bright and washed out, and they kind of destroy the atmosphere because there's no rain or snow. It's just all really bright. So the Super Nintendo version still is the best one.
Like the first versions I ever played with the Game Boy Advance ones. But that makes a lot of sense since it was designed with no backlight in it.
It's funny because as it goes on, it gets better though. Like DKC 2 is better than the first one. Then DKC 3, which I've never played the GBA version, but I picked it up. I've heard some people say it's better because David Wise does the soundtrack for that one, and he didn't do it in the original Super Nintendo one. So I'm curious to see that when I get to it.
Well, my next game is a pretty obscure one. I'd be shocked if you guys played any of these games, but they were on Xbox 360 and PS3, I believe. I went with Lost Planet. Do you guys remember these games?
I
They were
do
just like
remember Lost
I
Planet. I
didn't
never
play
played
it,
them,
but
but
I
I remember
remember it.
it.
I never owned it. It was like one of those games. I could be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure like on the Xbox magazine there was a demo for this game on one of the discs. Like I remember being like loving getting that magazine just to have the disc of demos. And I just played the demo for Lost Planet like constantly. You're just like a soldier. I don't even remember if you're fighting robots or aliens or you're just fighting something, and it's all the levels are in the snow. So that's like one of the first games I thought of when we came up with this idea because the entire game is basically just white.
It's
I
funny.
remember reading like Game Informer and reading about Lost Planet all the time and thinking the game was going to be awesome, and I just never played it.
I
I
feel like I
don't
own it.
remember it being awesome. I bet we do on Steam. I
I
wouldn't
was
be
gonna look
shocked.
because I feel like it's in like a bunch of bundles. I'm really
Yeah.
struggling with the alphabet here. Here we go. Here's L. I'm like, what?
There are somehow 3 of these games. 3 of them. There's Lost Planet 1, 2, and 3.
So it looks like we have Lost Planet Extreme Condition and Lost Planet 3. Lost Planet 3 is the one I always see, I feel like.
Yeah, Lost Planet Extreme Conditions is the first one, and that's the one I played the demo of constantly. It was just like one of those games. I never owned it, and I would just play the demo. And I think I remember renting it from Hollywood Video a couple times. But I loved just wandering around the snow fighting the monsters. So definitely a winter game. Told you my list was going to be random.
Yeah, that's good though. All right, Sean, what's your next one?
All right, my next one is I'm going to go with The Ice Palace from A Link to the Past. Now, I know this is not everybody's favorite dungeon in A Link to the Past, but I really like it. I don't think it's a bad dungeon in A Link to the Past, but the Ice Palace always stuck out to me as one of like the my early memories of like icy, snowy levels in um, video games in general. And I think The Legend of Zelda does a tremendous job at utilizing snow and ice in all their games. But the Ice Palace to me just really sticks out. Um, I just love it because um, you have to go to the dark world to get there, but it's one of those that you have to traverse to the area. You have to be in a light world, and then you use a warp tile to get to the dark world to get in there. And it required you have to use the fire rod in this place, and I love the fire rod. It's one of my favorite items. I just love the whole design. I think it's really interesting, and I think we see a lot of there's a lot of puzzle of all the dungeons. This is the most like puzzle aspects in of the all the dungeons in A Link to the Past. And I love it, and it really utilizes the hook shot too. And I love the hook shot; it's one of my favorite items in Zelda. So yeah, the Ice Palace is my favorite. So my first two picks, two palace levels.
I really want to replay A Link to the Past. I was, I don't know. I probably was like maybe a sophomore in high school when I played this game. and was pretty stupid, and I had to look up a lot of things with a guide. And I would like to try to play it now as an adult and just like actually just play it normal.
I'm definitely gonna play it next year because I tried to play it the one time and then I somehow screwed myself up with a save state. So I got into the dark world and then I never got any further. But I'm gonna play it on NSO now, so I should be
Yeah,
fine.
you guys got to go back and play it. So good.
The hook shot is probably my favorite item though in Zelda, like you said.
That and the long shot.
Yeah. Though the hook
And the
shot in
claw
Twilight
shot and the claw
Princess.
shot in Twilight Princess. Oh my god,
Yep.
yes.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm not sure. Sean might have this one on his list. I'm curious if he thought of this one. But my next one is from Trails of Cold Steel 2, and it is the town of Ymir, Reen's
Just missed my list. It
hometown.
was on my honorable mentions.
And it was mainly just because it has the snowboarding mini game, like Parrott brought up
Oh,
before.
yes.
You gotta love the JRPGs with
Oh
the
my god.
random mini games. And number one, I love Reen's hometown. Like it's just so, it's like a place I'd want to go, even though I don't love the snow. But you have the hot springs there, so it's just such a cozy vibe. And you start the game there, and yeah, with the snowboarding, just adds a cherry on top. But it's just like one of the JRPG towns I'd love to visit.
Yeah,
I
so I
totally
actually
forgot about
lied.
that.
I did do the snowboarding mini game here, so that is my snowboarding mini game. So I did lie. Yeah, this is on my honorable mention list. I really wanted to include it, but I once I was going through my list, I really couldn't. I really like this area, but yeah, it does have a lot of cozy vibes to it. A lot of cool NPCs. You have you said like the hot springs, and you get to learn a little bit more about Reen and his family too, which
Yeah,
is great.
Parrot, you should remember this if you
I
remember.
do. I did not. I would have never been able to recall this until you said it. I'm like, oh my god, yeah. And you remember you snowboarding down, and like those like two random people show up. I don't remember what their names are. Some
Toval and
yeah,
Yeah,
people know
total
Claire.
people I don't care
thief.
about. Yeah, I forgot about this, but yes, I remember now.
Got to get a Trails reference in here somewhere. So
Always.
All right. Well, I have a nice uplifting section. My next one on my list is the winter section in The Last of Us, an iconic moment of
Oh
the game.
oh,
Jesus.
I forgot about that.
You play as, Joel's not doing so good during this section. You play as Ellie. Some dark stuff happens, but yeah, very Christmassy, very wintry, right?
Hunting is the main thing I remember. Trying to get the animals,
Hunting, and then an
trying to
encounter
not
with
get
a
eaten
group of
yourself.
people. Yeah, and there's like a horse, but yeah, great game, and I for some reason this is what I thought of.
Yeah, did not
Jesus.
even cross my mind for a second.
Yeah. Spoiler 3, 2, 1. So if you've not played The Last of Us, fast forward like 30 seconds. You picked a level with cannibals. Come on.
Yeah, very Christmassy, right? You know, um, yeah. It's Christmas and winter, so it's very wintry. Does it have a lot of Christmas vibes? Well, Ellie and Joel were like family in this section, so maybe there are.
Oh boy! All right, Sean, what's
You're not
next?
gonna you're not
All
gonna like
right.
my next one.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go on a much more lighter note, and this is actually a Christmas. This is actually Christmassy. I'm jumping around my list. This is in no particular order, like I said, but I'm gonna bring us on a lighter mood. That is Christmas Town from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Ooh, that's on my
Um,
list too.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. So Kingdom Hearts 2, you revisit Halloween Town, but this time you actually get to go to Christmas Town. And particularly in Final Mix, because then you get like the Santa hat on you, and we get the actual like Christmas costumes for the characters. They don't just wear their Halloween Town costumes. I love this whole area. I love Santa in The Nightmare Before Christmas, and I love seeing him like in the game. You get to play that little mini game with the presents. We have to knock them at lock, shock, and barrel. There's a wrapping present
Yeah,
area. I also just love the second visit in Halloween Town. I love that you fight this boss made by Doctor like the doctor in the game, and he like doesn't have a heart, and like you're trying to figure out like what's going on with him, and he's like terrorizing people and stealing presents. I just love that boss. But overall, I really like the aesthetic here, and the music is so nice.
Yeah, Halloween Town is like my one of my favorite worlds in the original Kingdom Hearts. So I was glad that they brought the Christmas one to 2, but I'm sure Parrot also had this one on his list because he
Oh, of
loves
course he did.
Kingdom
You
Hearts
know,
Yeah.
as much as we
it
do.
it
But
just it just missed my list.
uh,
You know,
but yeah, it's a very that's one of the first like Christmassy levels I thought of is that one because that's such a good one.
It really came down between this and the Frozen world in Kingdom Hearts 3, and I had to go with this one.
Yeah, I completely forgot about Frozen World and Kingdom Hearts, but yeah, I just thought because this one's actually Christmas too, so
well,
I
stay
guess.
tuned. You know, make sure you listen to Sean's interview to hear his thoughts about Kingdom Hearts
ooh.
3. It was pretty enlightening.
All right, Parrot, I guess you can go again because I had that one on my list too. So,
Okay, here's another nice uplifting one. My next one on my list is a Christmas level. It is "You Better Watch Out" from Hitman Blood Money. A nice Christmas
never played
party.
this.
Christmas party. All the guards are wearing Santa hats, and you got to do some killing. But hey, it is a Christmas level. There's a lot of snow everywhere. Like I said, people wearing Christmas hats. It's a Christmas party. There's Christmas trees and presents, and strippers. I think, but it's Hitman, so it's a Christmas level, of course.
Parrot, I'm starting to question what you think of when with Christmas with some of these picks. I gotta say,
Yeah, there's people at a glass hot tub, and you can shoot the bottom out to kill them to eliminate your target. I mean, it's actually not like the best level in the game, but it is certainly Christmassy, full of joy.
Hitman's a great game and great series too. But I do remember this. I didn't think of this at all. I didn't really think of Christmas or winter when it came to this. But you know what? You do you.
Yeah,
We
I
got
mean, hey,
cannibals, and now we got this.
you can wear a Santa outfit. I mean, what's more Christmassy than that?
You can wear a Santa outfit and Crash Tag Team Racing as well.
Oh,
So
hope
you
that
yeah,
made your list then.
is that your next pick?
no, but I do. Speaking of that, I do have a Crash Bandicoot level on my list, and that is from Crash Bandicoot 4, and that is Stay Frosty. And this is the second winter level in Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. And in this level, you are traveling towards like Cortex's like kind of main base in this game, and I really like it because you start outside. And as you are traversing, you get further and further into the base, but there's still snow in the base because there's like holes in the roof and everything, and there's polar bear enemies. You get the classic like Crash Bandicoot scientists like throwing like beakers at you and everything like that. There's really cool enemies, and there's a really great ending sequence where you ride Polar and you're going after Cortex, and to get the gem without dying and like getting all the boxes is like super tough and it's super fun. I love the game as I discussed in our interview, Parrot. And I just overall love these levels. I actually really like. I know I mentioned like I don't really like snowy levels that much, but Crash Bandicoot snowy levels in particular are awesome. Because I was limiting myself to one per franchise, I had to leave out Polar Pass, which was in Crash Bandicoot 2, which is like the first level you ride Polar in.
That's the
But
one
yeah,
I was thinking of
yeah,
immediately.
these games are awesome, and they do a really good job with the winter theme levels. So yeah, Stay Frosty from Crash Bandicoot 4. It's great. I love it.
I'm definitely due for a Crash. I never played 4. I think I played a little bit of it, but I never finished it. So I want to replay them all. Well, at least the first 3. Replayed Wrath of Cortex before, and I'm like, I really don't need to ever play this again.
Oh
So
God, no, Jesus.
Yeah, I was replaying. I think I only ended up replaying the first one, like a few, like earlier this year, and I want to finish replaying all the rest of them. I only ever played them all once.
the second one was always my favorite.
Yeah, it's my second favorite now. It used to be my favorite until 4.
All right, well, my next one is my last non-Christmas one, and we're going back to the Super Nintendo again, and we're going to Yoshi's Island, the snow
Ooh.
level where you ski down as Yoshi.
Oh, okay, that's a great level.
I
Yeah.
always loved that level as a kid, and I just again, it's kind of like Donkey Kong Country. Like it's impressive how the snow's kind of beating down. Like Yoshi's Island just looks so good the whole time, and I always love like you get in the door and then you ride or your Yoshi, you ski down the hill, and then if you like hit something, you turn into a giant snowball, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Just the vibes are so high, and those stupid penguins are bouncing you all over the place, but such a good level.
I really like the skiing Shy Guys in that game. I think they're awesome.
Oh yeah,
Isn't that what they? Yeah, a good choice. Good choice. Very similar to my Hitman choice.
uh-huh. Yeah,
Oh yeah, very
similar
very
vibes.
similar. Again, this is a game that amazes me that this is on the Super Nintendo, that it
I
runs on
know.
there, and it's like insane to me that this game um, is running on the Super Nintendo. And I really love this whole area. That the whole World 5 is all snowy and
Yep.
Yoshi's Island, and it's a testament to how much power they could get out of the Super Nintendo, especially with this world. And it's the Mode 7 chip with all like the
Yep.
snow effects and everything. It's great.
I'm so excited to replay all the Super Nintendo games on NSO and be since I'm done with the NES. I'm sorry, but the Super Nintendo is just way better.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you've kind of been like killing yourself trying to play all these NES games.
I did. It was brutal, but I made it through, so now I can go to the superior SNES.
All
So
right.
what
Well,
happy vibes are you taking us to next, Parrot?
yeah. Next one is also pretty dark. There's a horrible murder that you can do here, and that is Cool Mountain from Super Mario 64.
Ooh.
Great snow level. You can I like when you at the beginning when you slide down in your stomach and race, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'm sure everybody as a kid picked up the little baby penguin and threw him off the
Mm.
cliff.
Oh, of
But
course.
so which is even worse than what happens in Hitman, I gotta say. But great level, and I also really like the part where you jump into the shed, like roof or whatever, and you do
Yep.
the race inside. Just a fun snow
Yeah.
level. I don't really like the other snow level in Mario 64 where it's like all the
Oh,
Yeah.
and you
the
can lose your
ice
hat. You
bully.
can lose your
Yeah,
Yeah,
hat
the
the
on.
ice
chill the
Yeah.
bully.
chili
Yeah.
bullies or
I
whatever, yeah.
I don't like that level very much. So this is definitely the best snow level in Mario 64.
You also have that warp that you can take on the bridge that gets you down to the bottom or back up again, which is really cool.
Yeah,
And you
I
have
like
this
those warps.
the snowman head that you have to get, or you get the snowman's
Hmm.
head down to his body.
You also have the on the race, like Parrot. You mentioned you can cheat, and then the penguin gets mad at you.
Yep. I love that. But yeah, great snow level. Also like how that this level you don't take fall damage when you jump off really high, you just get stuck in the snow instead of getting hurt. Awesome. Awesome level. Great game. I should replay this one too.
Oh yeah.
The DS version, of course, though.
Ugh, no,
Oh, of course,
I
with the great controls in the
ugh.
DS version, amazing controls.
Even with the Steam Deck emulated, I still the controls are still bad. All right, Sean, what's your next one?
All right, this one comes from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and this is the
Oh,
Kingdom of Tantal, or Tantal, however you want to pronounce it. And particularly, this is where Zeke is from, and Zeke's my favorite character in Xenoblade 2. And this is the pinnacle of like snowiness. It's snowing like all over the area. The further in you get away from like the main village, the main like kingdom, the snow really picks up. There's a ton of snowy enemies here. The music is very surreal and very. It gives me very winter vibes, and I got like chilly playing it, just like thinking and looking at it. I just got like chills down my spine, and I just really like this whole area. Um, there's like a dark backstory to it about what happens during the Aegis War. I'm not going to spoil what happens there. But yeah, it's awesome, and it does reappear in the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed DLC. They make reference to it, but yeah, it's a great area. For those who played Xenoblade 2, I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Um, Scott, Straw, do you remember this area?
yeah, I do. It's funny you brought because I remember the first Xenoblade Snow area, and I didn't like that one as much, but this one I definitely liked more. But it's been so long since I played it. I'm still waiting for that Switch 2 patch to replay Xenoblade 2 because I haven't played it since 2017. But yeah,
Yeah.
I do remember really liking it too. Parrot needs to play it, I know yet. So
Yeah, once they make it not horrible to look at on Switch 2, it's even bad for me, and I'm not very picky.
Yeah, I mean the original was rough to play in handheld mode, especially. All right, well, my next one, Sean's not going to know it, but Parrott might remember, and that is Yakuza 5, the Christmas events in there. So Saejima dresses up as Santa. You get to run around as him. He also like wrestles a bear in this one, like in the snow,
Yeah.
which is great. But yeah, there's like a snowball fight mini game, I think, in this one too. So Yakuza 5 is just a wild time. So it's fitting that it has the very Christmassy stuff in it because it has so many different things going on in it at the same time.
I forgot about that one, where you dress as Santa Claus. I totally forgot about
Yeah,
that. I never would have predicted you'd have this, but Yakuza 5 is my favorite one out of all of them.
there you go.
Fighting the bear in the snowy mountains is so awesome.
It has
It's
like
so
a whole
random.
hunting like mini game side
Yeah.
quest thing.
Yeah. Unlike Kiryu and like who a bunch in the games has a hostess game, he's a real man and he just fights bears in the woods.
I always really like Saejima. A lot of people don't like him, but I like him just as much as Kiryu and Majima. I feel like
I like him, but I don't think he's as good as them. I mean, Akiyama is the best one out of all of them, but he's pretty good. He's
yeah.
better than a lot of the some of the other characters they
Oh
brought
yeah,
in, like the
like
baseball
the one
guy
off
and
ones.
whatever the other guy was. He's like a cop, wasn't he? In four,
Yeah,
I
and
don't
then
even
the
remember.
baseball player. All right, Parrot, I think you're up again.
All right, this one is also a winter game. Miles Morales Spider Man for
Oh, that's my
How
PS5.
did
next
I not
one.
think of this?
Yeah, that
This
was
is a
my
Yeah,
next
great
one.
pick.
So
yeah. I mean, this is just. I mean, it not really much to say. It just is a. It takes place in the holidays. You play as Miles Morales, and it's just more Spider Man. And everybody knows how much I enjoy Spider Man.
yeah,
So
it's so good.
this, this was a perfect game to put on my list.
Yeah, it's short enough to like. Obviously, people have their different gripes with Spider-Man 2, but coming off Spider-Man 1, which I loved, going into this just felt so good because I like the combat more in Miles, but it's also just fun to go around the city in the winter.
Yep, and then there's Christmas decorations around, and in their house, right? There's Christmas. It's like Christmas time, so in their house, there it's
Yeah,
like their Christmas dinner. So definitely a great Christmas game. It kind of makes me want to play that again. Just like it's the season.
it's short enough you could.
Yep, and it's
I love that.
snowing.
Yeah. I like love this game. This is like I really enjoy this Spider. I like all the Spider-Man games, but this one's like freaking awesome, and I cannot believe I didn't think of this. This is such a good pick.
Thank you. Does it make up for the Last of Us pick?
Maybe.
Well, I also had it on the list, so it can make up for that. All right, Sean, what's your next one?
All right, we are gonna go to back to the Legend of Zelda, but I'm going 3D Zelda this time, and that's Snow Peak Ruins from Twilight Princess. This is by far the best dungeon in the game. I think it's super cool and super unique, and the puzzles in this dungeon are very different than
Oh
any
yeah.
of the other dungeons in the game. Really cool atmosphere. You do get like the semi snowboarding mini game kind of where you're sliding on your shield down the mountains and down areas. Yeah, I really like this one. I really like the overall area. And there's like a giant there's like a yeti creature that people are like scared of. That when you go up there, and that's what you're investigating up there. Overall, it's a great designed temple, and it just goes to show you how great of a game Twilight Princess is. And people who give it crap don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. This is a great dungeon. This wouldn't be my favorite one, but it would be up there. I really like this one. Hey, I like the Yeti creature. Also, the shout out to the Yeti creature in Echoes of Wisdom. That would also be a wintry
Yep.
area. Remember that?
Hmm.
I need to play
I'm
both
pretty.
of those. Like I said, I'm continuing. I'm starting my Zelda journey. I played the first two Zeldas on NES, and I'll be playing Link to the Past next year for sure. So,
And then the CDI games, right?
well, I don't know about that, but
Imagine just curling up by the fire on a nice Christmas morning playing Wands of Gamelon. Oh, that would be
I
awesome.
think I'll just watch the cartoon of Legend of Zelda instead. He always says, "Excuse me, princess."
Oh my god.
Sean watched that every day.
I
That's
did.
just he's such a big Zelda fan.
That's what I watched every single day as a kid. That's all I watched. Just that scene though.
Now, would you like me to go since I took
Yeah,
yours?
because everybody keeps taking mine.
I
So
think I'll be taking at least one more of yours at some point, but probably not this one. My next one is Rockstar's Bully. So Bully.
that was next
Oh,
on my list.
oh man, I'm taking all yours. Yeah, because this game takes place over time, which I think is really cool about it. It takes place over the course of a semester. So the opening chapters you're in the fall, and then I think chapter 3 you're in the winter. And there's snowball fights, and I like how the environment changes in each season. So here, there's full of snow. All the other kids in the school are wearing different outfits, and there's just different winter activities. So you can talk about it too, since I stole it from you also.
Man, yeah, I love the crisp. That was always one of my favorite parts. Like the one of the missions that was so hard, and I struggled with it when I replayed it. I remember on PC, but the port also isn't great because it just randomly crashes. But the where you have to like help drunk Santa out when the elves like you have to beat up
Yeah,
the elves. I
yeah.
always kept failing that mission for some reason, but I still just like helping them out and going into town and fighting with the different people dressed in costumes. It's so fun.
Yeah, I love this game. I never actually beat the updated version of it. Like I beat it on PS2 multiple times, but I never played the 360 slash PC version of it because I know they
Slash
added extra
Wii
classes.
version. That's
Yeah,
the
I
Oh,
was
one
gonna say,
I
have you played the
have.
Wii
sorry,
version?
sorry, my fault. I did not play the Wii version either.
That's the one I played. That was one of my favorite. That's the only Wii game I have the stupid GameStop case for, though. I should get the actual case for it because you
Oh
had
my
the
god, those
motion
crappy
controls you do in
GameStop
class.
cases.
I owned the 360 copy, but I let this kid in my school borrow it, and he never gave it back,
Oh
so I never
no.
finished it.
Oof.
Just horrible. I had bad
I've
luck with that.
I've actually never played Bully, so
Oh, you need to play it. It's the only thing. It's
yeah.
so hard to play right now. Is it? Can you play it
It's
on PlayStation? But it's probably the original, not
I don't
Scarlet.
think I don't. You might be able to. I'm not really sure.
I don't know. I know it was a PS2 classic back on PS3 because that was the last time I played it. I don't know if it ever got put on PS4 or PS5. I
It
could
is on
be.
Steam, but
It's
it's like
definitely
I
on
said.
Steam, but I know it doesn't really work very well.
Yeah, I mean, it works enough that you can play through the game, but it's definitely more like the old school PC ports where they don't run the best.
Yeah, it is on PS5. Just
Well, there you
found it.
go.
It is on sale for $9 at the moment of this taping.
Ooh,
So,
maybe I'll
but
go play Bully.
but I believe that is the PS2 version, not the updated 360 version. But
Yeah.
and that's can't. It's not that different.
They just add a couple more classes, I think, to Skull.
Yep.
Like you have the bike class, like the motor shop, and I can't remember what
There's
other
yeah. I think
ones there are.
Sean's gonna skip all the classes anyways. That's his
That's
vibe, so it doesn't
Oh
matter.
yeah, real rebel over here.
all right, Sean. What's your next one? Since I keep
All
getting
right,
skipped.
my next one is Mount Coronet from Pokemon Platinum. Pokemon Platinum is my favorite Pokemon game, and Mount Coronet. As you ascend the mountain, it gets snowier and snowier. It's also part of the Snow Point City area in Pokemon Platinum. I love ice types in Pokemon. It's among my favorite types. Not my favorite, but it's among my favorite type. And this is like the kind of like the climax of the story here in Pokemon Platinum, where you the Spear Pillars here, which is where you fight the legendaries, and you really get up to like what Team Galactic's up to up here. I really just enjoyed this whole overall area. It is kind of like a dungeon. There are like puzzles you have to solve, and I remember getting lost here back in 2007 when I was 11 years old playing this, the original Diamond and Pearl. And then originally it took me like months, but I originally like figured out how to get out of it because I was like a dumb kid. Um, but yeah, I really just enjoy this area, and there's a plethora of different Pokemon. And like I said, it's like the peak story moments of Pokemon Platinum are here, and it brings you to the Distortion Zone right after. So it's pretty awesome.
The peak, some ice Pokemon like Mamoswine. That would be one up
Oh
there,
yeah,
right?
definitely Glaceon. That's much
Frostlass.
better. Uh, Glalie is my favorite ice type.
Well, it's funny because I've actually been looking through all my Pokemon cards recently, so I have a stack on my desk right now that is Gen 4. So I'm just flipping through them as you're talking. Like, oh yeah, here's some ice Pokemon.
Glalie.
Obama Snow.
Oh my god, I hate Abomasnow though.
Yeah, he looks pretty stupid.
I did a monotype ice type challenge in Pokemon Platinum. Like I remember this. It's probably like 2014, and it made me like hate Abomasnow so much.
I've never done any of those like Pokemon challenge things
Oh, I've
because
done
I
a
don't think
bunch
I'm
of
good
them.
enough.
I've done so many of them. Hardcore Nuzlocke. They're so much fun.
All right, what can I steal from Straw Hat
No, you know
next?
what? I'm going next because I know you have
Yeah.
this one on your list, and I'm gonna railroad you right now. Banjo Kazooie Freeze Easy Peak.
Oh, that was on my list. Yep, yep.
I figure. I mean, that's like the first thing I thought of when I thought of this list in general. I mean, how can you not think of that? That's my favorite world in Banjo Kazooie, and it's Christmas vibes. You have the giant Christmas tree. You have to protect the little lights, the munchies from the munchie or whatever they're called, like the light munchers or whatever. You fly up through the star. You have the giant snowman on top. You turn into the walrus. It's just like the perfect world, and this would be the level that I'd want to play every Christmas. It's just so good.
Yep, and don't forget the sledding. That part kind
Yep.
of hard where you have to race him when he's sledding, but
Yeah, it's harder when you have to beat him with Kazooie. I feel like with the shoes because he just rubber bands you so hard. You have to like try to
yep,
stay behind him till the end.
not the worst rubber banding moment in Banjo Kazooie because Banjo Tooie has an absolutely horrible one. But yeah, I really like this level. This would have been if I was ranking this. This was gonna be number one. But
Yeah, same
and
for
then of
me.
course the snowman villains too. Don't forget them. They're pretty annoying too. We
Oh
have to
yeah.
kill them by flying and hit them right in the head and the target.
They like aim perfectly and hit you all the time
Yeah,
too.
the greatest marksman of all time.
Sean, please tell me you remember this level.
Yeah, I do, but it's not on my list.
Oh,
I'm not the biggest fan of it.
Of Banjo Kazooie in general or of this level?
I like Banjo Kazooie. I'm not the biggest fan of Kazooie, but I'm not a big. This is among my least favorite levels in Banjo
ooh.
Kazooie.
I
I
have to
apologize.
shout out to the bear who refuses to get his kids his Christmas presents.
Yeah,
I'm a
that's
weird one though.
dedication.
I prefer Banjo Tooie.
I
I'm
don't
gonna be
agree with
giving it
that.
another chance, but I definitely did not think that when I first played it.
I want to replay it at some point also. I liked it back when I played it the first time, just not as much.
All right, so well, I'm guessing so you only have one more left on your list,
I have
Parrot.
2 more left.
Oh, two more. Okay. Well, I guess you can go
I've
again then.
Yeah, I have three more.
I don't like yeah, well, it doesn't really matter. One of mine is vague. It is just Animal Crossing because
Ooh,
Animal
okay.
Crossing has all the holidays. So of course it's winter time when it's winter time in real life, and the reindeer Santa comes. I remember as a kid, I would boot up the GameCube or the DS versions. Those are the two I was into the most when it was like as a kid. I actually did like all the holiday stuff. Like now with like the newer like the Switch one, I never really bothered with any of the holiday stuff. But and that GameCube one especially, I would boot up every holiday to make sure I could do whatever. My mom wouldn't want me playing video games on the holidays because I was supposed to be hanging out with the family, so I'd sneak away to go do it really fast. But yeah, so I just wanted to shout out Animal Crossing, of course, one of the few games that have like real in-game dates and real game in-game holidays. So I felt like this was like a pretty obvious choice. But neither of you were Animal Crossing people, right?
No, I did
Oh,
think
I love
about
Animal Crossing.
Oh, okay, I couldn't remember. I know Straw is
no,
not.
but I did think about like Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley, all those like farming sims do have like Christmas events, so it's similar to that.
It's a really good pick, though. No, I love Animal Crossing. I love playing on the holiday, getting all the holiday stuff.
I think maybe whenever the next one comes around, I'll get really back into it again. It's hard to get back into an Animal Crossing once you've fallen out of it. That's my experience.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I tried City Folk like a few months ago. Just I never played the Wii
City
one.
Folk, Jesus, the Wii version.
I
That's
had
like the
never
worst
played it
one.
before. Yeah, I was gonna say I've never played it before, and I put like 10 hours into it just to kind of like get an idea of what it was like. And like, it's not really that great. It's kind of like the DS one, but worse.
Are you guys gonna get the Switch 2 versions of Animal Crossing? I know they're adding a bunch of stuff.
Of course, I will be there. Which just means me know that a new one's not coming anytime soon.
Not for a while, nope.
I am nervous. I'm nervous to open my village and see
Like,
what is
you're gonna
left
be
of
just
it.
infested with cockroaches. Yeah,
Dead villagers.
Oh god. Now
If
that's a
only.
Last of Us winter level.
All right, Sean. Why don't you, I guess why don't you go next, and then you can go after me, and then Parrot, because you have three left. You said or two?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with everyone. We all know one of my favorite Mario Brothers games, New Super Mario Bros. U, World 4, Level 4. It's called Scaling the Mountainside. This is one of the more vertical levels of New Super Mario Bros. U, which I really like. Um, you also get the penguin power up in this level, which that's like one of my favorite power ups in New Super Mario Bros. In general. I just really like this whole area. I know you guys are not the biggest fans of New Super Mario Bros. U, but
I haven't played it yet, so I don't. I have it
uh,
on Switch, but I haven't played. I'll play. I've got it just for you because I knew how much you loved it. So
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, this is a okay. Go on.
I like it, but I don't think it needed to exist. But I do like it. It's better than
I mean,
Mario Brothers.
it
I
need
think it's
to
better than
exist.
Wii and two,
It's definitely way better.
and it's better than DS. It's probably the best one. The DS one's just nostalgic to me since it was the first one. But
And what I like about this game, there's a ton of bullet bills being shot, and like they're coming from all different directions. And using the bullet bills, you can help like scale up the level, and that's how you get one of the star coins. Is by jumping on various bullet bills and having to like make a chain and make a pattern and jump up and get one of the star coins, which is really interesting.
have you? I'm assuming that you've gotten all the star coins in the game.
Of course, I've 100% of this game multiple times.
I've never. I think the DS one's the only one I ever got all the coins, and I never done it in any other Mario game other than Wonder. Is like when I got 100% in it. Wait, Straw, have you not played any of it? Wait, which new Super Mario Brother game have you played?
I think I played DS and I played the Wii one. I haven't played any others. I haven't played two on 3DS or the Wii U one,
Eh,
but I did
You can
get the
skip
Switch
two.
one.
yeah, two you don't need to play two.
Yeah, I
But
I, I figured that's the easiest one to skip. So, all right, Sean, why don't you just go again? Then we'll each have one left.
All right. Well, I have two left after this one. Oh
Right.
no, I
Well,
have one after this. My bad.
yeah.
I'm gonna go with Narsh from Final Fantasy VI.
Ooh,
It's the
yeah.
opening scene in Final Fantasy VI. It really sets the tone for like how deep and dark this game's gonna be. It also sets like that steampunk aspect with like the machines and the everything about that. It's so different than any of the other Final Fantasy games we had gotten up to that point, which is what really made it stand out to me. And I just love the whole vibe. I remember the first time I played Final Fantasy VI was around Christmas time as well. So I think that's what kind of sticks out to me as well. And it's like winter and you get that cold vibe. Yeah, it's just an overall freaking awesome area, awesome game. But yeah, Narsh.
It just shows this one thing. Super Nintendo, they knew how to do winter snow levels and games.
Oh, of course.
Have you played this
how?
yet, Parrot?
No, Final Fantasy VI is actually. I know you guys are both big Final Fantasy fans, so I don't want to, But Final Fantasy VI is the only Final Fantasy game that's not seven related that I've ever wanted to play. So at some point, I
It's
will
so
play it.
good.
Yeah,
It's
it's
really
good.
good.
None of the rest of them have, like, literally none of the other ones have ever appealed to me except for this one. Whatever it is, something about this one's really cool
I
looking to me.
think four is another one I'd recommend. I really like
10 is
four.
great.
Yeah,
10
10
is great.
also.
Yeah, one day will try six just to see. Maybe I do like Final Fantasy, but like as far as I know now, I like Final Fantasy VII. I can't say that I like any other Final Fantasy.
Right. All right. Well, my last game is I'm pretty sure neither of you have played this, but it is The Grinch on Game Boy Color
Oh,
specifically.
I've played the
Christ.
Grinch on PS1.
Yeah, but it's not the same because
No,
I've
it's
heard no,
obviously
I've
not.
I've heard The Grinch on PS1 isn't that good. But I think
So
you
is
you
this
should.
based on the Jim Carrey movie?
No, not the Game Boy one. It's based
Okay.
on just the cartoon. So it's a collectathon. So I think Parrot would actually like it, but you basically just go around and you have to collect all the presents in the level. And all the different Who kids will try to block you, but you can just pick up or you can make snowballs and chuck it at them whenever you want and knock them out, and then pick up the presents. You also get to play as Max, where he like barks and then the kids fall over and you can run around them, or the dogs you want to bark at too. But it's actually really good. I really recommend. This was one of those Christmas presents I got as a kid, where like where your parents They know you like video games. They have no idea what they're doing when they go into the store to get stuff. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you like the Grinch cartoon? Let's get him the game." But it actually did work out this time because this was probably one of my most played Game Boy Color games. It's so good.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I've
Interesting.
never played that. I would try it if you say it's that good. I did play the PS1 one funny enough, back in college, but that was not very good.
Made
My
by
roommate.
Konami as well, of all
Wow,
places.
wow.
Konami with all the different Game Boy games they used to make. Wild stuff.
Yeah, we played the Grinch because we were on a licensed game kick in college on my friend's PS2. We played Casper on PS1, which is actually pretty awesome. It's kind of like
Did you
Resident
play
Evil.
Tarzan? Did you play Tarzan?
Yep,
Oh,
I
that
played
one's
that
so
one.
good. And
Dude,
Emperor's
this
Well,
New
is really
Groove.
difficult. Emperor's New
Tar-
Groove, Tarzan, Bugs Life game.
Yo.
Tarzan on GameCube, I remember being really good. The Tarzan on PS1, I do not remember being very good.
Oh my god, it was
Uh,
not. There's a really difficult part of that game.
it's I really just don't feel like they make as many licensed games as they used to, or maybe we're just not in the demographic that sees them. I'm not
They're
sure.
not as good because like the good gaming companies
They're
are
all mobile
actually
games
making
now.
their
They're
own
all
stuff.
mobile licensed games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Did you ever play the Did you ever play the oh my god, I cannot remember. I forget what I was gonna say. Oh, the never mind. I can't remember. Wow, that was very bad.
Were
but
you
yes,
were you
play the Grinch. Check it out.
were you gonna say? Did you ever play the Christmas classic Elf Bowling on a Nintendo DS?
No,
My old manager at my job, she moved to a different department, but she helped make that game.
did she really?
Yeah.
Did she just try to never mention it?
She just brought it up randomly, like she's like, "I used to make video games. You ever heard of the game Elf Bowling?" I'm like, she's like, "Oh yeah, this is terrible." We just kind of put it out, but I think it sold really well.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a game that grandmas would buy their
Yeah,
grandkids.
because then it got a sequel. I don't know if it was on Wii or if it was on DS again, but it did so well it got a sequel, and they put like no money into it. So
Looks like there's a bunch actually. So yeah, great
You can
franchise. That
also
is
there you go. I was gonna
that
say
was
also. I just looked up. You can buy the Grinch in completely in box, brand new, sealed for $106 on eBay.
what a steal.
very worth it.
My copy is so beat up from being used because I played it so much, but I got like a replica box for it. But maybe I should pick up the real complete in box copy.
All right, well, we're on to my last one. Is it going to be a dark, grueling winter game like some of the others?
It's gonna be Naughty Bear Christmas level.
I wish. It is not. I went with the Astrobot Winter Wonder stage. So this was
Oh,
an
that is my last one as well.
oh
Oh,
really? Let's go.
Yep,
It's a
yep.
great
yeah,
level.
I've
It was
heard it's
added
really good.
as a free DLC, and unlike all the
About a year
most of the
ago.
other
Yeah, about a year
yeah,
ago this time. Yeah.
unlike the other Astrobot stages, it's not a linear level. It's just an open-ended level where you just kind of wander around, find bots, find presents. There's Christmas trees. You can get a Santa outfit. Just great, and there's also like the cameo characters in the stage are awesome. So, just a great level. I'm shocked, but also very pleased that you also put that.
Yeah, I love Astrobot, so this is a great pick. Yeah, a great level. I loved all the DLC they added, but this was like the pinnacle of the DLC, like the peak here, and it was freaking awesome.
Yeah, a lot of the DLC they added was like challenge stage esque, but
Which I
this one was
liked,
actually,
but
but yeah, I
yeah.
liked that. But this was definitely the best level. It's like actually its own whole level, and it's not following the same format that the rest of the game is. It's kind of its own thing, but not in a bad way. It's like really awesome. Definitely. I don't know if this is ever going to come to PC Straw, but you definitely have to play this at some
I
point.
know it's the one game I'm never gonna get to play. Likely, it's sad.
Now, did you ever have a PlayStation VR, Sean? Or
No,
no?
I never played
Okay.
Rescue Mission, but
Yeah.
I played like the
Yeah,
Astrobot that pack in.
Yeah.
I did too. I
Rescue
love that.
Rescue Mission is amazing. I don't know. I guess it's just that PlayStation doesn't actually care about VR because I'm just shocked they never have ported it to VR2 or even just I don't know. That's like a game that's like so good that it makes me a little sad that probably like less than like 50,000 people ever played it. It's incredibly good, but they will never see the light of day again, I'm sure.
All right. Do you guys have, Sean, you have some honorable mentions. Do you have any, Parrot? I only have one that I can
I
think
have
of.
one shout out Club Penguin. I mean,
Oh,
that's
I
the
was about
winter
to
level.
say, shout out to Club Penguin.
Yeah, that's the one. That's all I have. Nothing needs to be said. Anybody that knows Club Penguin knows that it should have made one of these lists. It's kind of bad that it didn't.
Yeah. Parrot, come meet me at the iceberg. We can tip it over.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sean, go ahead if you want to do yours.
I got Winter Bloom from Octopath Traveler 2. Unbelievable
Oh,
area.
nice. Yep.
Amazing artwork, amazing music. Yeah. Looks gorgeous.
Shout out to Sean's favorite Mario Party 3, the snowboard on that one. It might not even be
Oh,
that
yeah.
good, but it's so memorable for me for some reason. And then I also want to shout out Sly 2 Canada. Enough said with John the Bison.
I've never played it, but also Batman Arkham Origins takes place on
Oh yeah, that
Christmas
was a
Eve,
good
so
one. I
It
almost
does,
that's one
forgot.
it
yeah.
probably should have been said. Of course, I mean we can't forget about all the winter events and all of our favorite online games, right? Those count.
Oh, yeah,
Fortnite winter
definitely.
events. Anybody?
Didn't isn't what's it called? The Division, doesn't that take place in like
Oh
Christmas
yeah, it
or
Yeah.
New
does.
Year's?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a lot of choices. Elf on the Shelf for Nintendo Switch. That's a classic. South Park Snow Day. That's
Oh
a
my
game.
god.
I did not play that, but there's not like as many like pure Christmas games as you. I don't know. When I
Yeah,
was searching, I'm like, well, there really aren't that many pure
not
Christmas games.
really.
I'm sure there are on Game Boy, like a bunch of licensed ones.
Yeah, there's a
Polar
Christmas Night
Express
into
on
Dreams.
GameCube. I did play that. My cousins rented it, and it had like a
Oh, Polar
rhythm
Express.
game. Yeah.
Overcooked. I should have said Overcooked. Honestly, there's a lot of Christmas levels in Overcooked, and I love that game. It's one of the only games Kristen will play.
It's so stressful.
I know that's like the one thing she'll play. So it's like, all right, well, we're playing it.
All right. Well, before we go, we thought too we might shout out some of our favorite Christmas video game memories, whether it be gifts or like stuff we or like games we played together on Christmas. I have a few, so I guess I can start. So when I used to always obviously want video games for Christmas, and a lot of times my parents and grandparents would like combine if we wanted a console. So the one year we all wanted Game Boy Colors, like myself, my brother, my two cousins, we all wanted Game Boy Colors, and we were positive we got them. So we went to open them on Christmas, and we opened the box, and there were sweatshirts instead. And I'm just like, I was dumbfounded. My cousin, who was a little younger than me, was too. And my brother's like, oh, well, I guess we have these cool sweaters. And then my parents they love to be cheeky and like not or like hide our gifts or wrap them weird. So then they like came from downstairs, they brought up the Game Boy Colors for us. So they did
It's a
that
good
kind of
memory. Yeah. Yeah.
they did that with our SPs as well because we all wanted Game Boy Advance SPs. Well, at least my brother and I did. And it's funny because I got my first Game Boy Advance SP game I got was Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, one of the
Great.
best.
Great.
And my brother and I would always like, and then when I got a DS, I got Partners in Time. My brother would always want a Kirby game. He got Squeak Squad. I don't remember if he got. I don't think Amazing Mirrors was out yet because
Nightmare in Dreamland.
I don't think he got. I think I got Nightmare in Dreamland, so I'm not sure what he got with the SP. But and then probably my biggest one was when I was really younger. My brother and I together got an N64, which my cousin had already had one. We had been to his house playing Super Smash Brothers, so we obviously really wanted one. We opened it, and my parents let us hook it up to the big TV, which I had to take it downstairs to our little TV to play games. But we hooked it up that night. I got NFL Quarterback Club 2000 with Brett Favre on the cover.
Jesus.
I had no idea how to play the game, so all I would do was run quarterback sneaks constantly, which was entertaining. And then obviously we got Smash Brothers too, so we played that. I was so excited that I went and threw up, and then came back and kept playing.
Jesus.
So, but yeah, that was definitely my Christmas memories. It's sad too because it's like once you get older, you can afford to buy more presents yourself and get the things you want. So it's like you're never really going to have those moments where you're like, oh, I got a Nintendo 64 or an SP again. But good memories.
Yeah. I got some good memories too. Speaking of Mario Superstar Saga, Christmas 2003. So my grandmother, God rest her soul, used to buy like all the grandkids the same gifts on Christmas Eve. So like all the boys would get like this little gift thing from like QVC, and all the girls would get like their little gift thing from QVC. But for some reason, Christmas Eve 2003. I got a Game Boy Advance game, and it was Mario Superstar Saga, and I like couldn't believe it. And everyone was so pissed because I got an actual game, and they got like their like QVC like little gift bag. And I don't know why I did it. She just randomly got it for me, and I was so hyped. And I remember sitting there playing it on Christmas Eve while everyone else was playing with like their flashlight or their like I don't know like their crappy toy, whatever it was.
That
It
reminds
was
me too,
great.
when I had brought Superstar Saga to my dad's side of the family, and my grandma's sister was out, and she had bought herself one of those like all in one like 50 brick games,
Oh
like those
yeah,
cheap things. And she's
yeah.
like, well, I'll trade you this for that SP and Mario and Luigi. I'm like, no, definitely not.
It's like there's the door. But yeah, I have that. Another memory is on Christmas Eve. It used to always be we would always host Christmas Eve at at our house, and all the adults would stay upstairs and play Trivial Pursuit, and all the kids would go downstairs, and we'd have like Mario Party tournaments or Super Smash Brothers tournaments. But I do remember Christmas Eve 2006. I had rented Soul Calibur 3 on the PS2 from Blockbuster, and I remember we had like a massive Soul Calibur 3 tournament. No idea why, just was a random thing. Soul Calibur 3. But yeah, there's a lot of Mario Party, a lot of Smash Brothers. Speaking of licensed games, so growing up, we were not allowed to open our gifts till at least 9 a.m. But my parents used to put our stockings on our beds, and whatever was in our stocking we could use. And I got the Incredibles game for the GBA, and I remember
Ooh.
sitting there
Nice.
playing it for like hours upon hours. Waiting for us to like open our gifts. It was great. Another memory I have was also sorry, I'm going on a tangent here. Christmas 2006, we were not allowed to open our gifts till 4 p.m. Because my dad had to work that day, and it was like for a kid, it was like devastating. I'm like, remember, I'm 10 years old at this time, and I'm like sitting there, like I just want to open my gifts. And I remember when we finally opened our gifts, I got Madden 2007 for the GameCube. It was
Ooh.
great. And I remember, again, similar to you, Straw, my parents let me hook up my GameCube to the big TV. It
Hmm.
was great. I remember playing Madden '07, and then I Twilight Princess as well.
Nice. I don't. I like my parents. I pretty much never played a video game on Christmas that I can ever remember as a kid, because we would always be like going around house to house, so it was never really a thing. But I definitely did get video games for Christmas. I can remember honestly like the two that I remember most vividly for whatever reason is my grandmother giving. She would used to give us like two gifts. One would be like, I mean, I'm sure you guys have been in a Barnes and Noble before. Like when you
Yeah.
go in, there's like they used to have like there's like $20 like gift things. They're always bad. It's like how to juggle or how to do
Yeah,
card trick,
yeah.
like just stupid things like that. She'd always get us something like that we would never use, and then she would get us something actually good. And I remember one year I got how to juggle and Beyblade for GameCube. Those are the two things I
Ooh.
got. And I was like, whoa, Beyblade for GameCube. So awesome. And then I also
Beyblade.
vividly remember my parents giving me a Nintendo e-reader for the Game Boy Advance for Christmas.
E-reader. Wow.
No,
I loved the e-reader.
that's a deep pull there. Did you get all I have all like I have Super Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario Advance 4 complete with all the e-reader cards, but we never had the e-reader,
Oh
so
yeah, I still have my e-reader. I loved the e-reader. So I thought it was so cool as a kid. I had a lot of cards for it, like because you could swipe the cards and you could play NES games just with the cards. And then yeah, there was Pokemon stuff. You could swipe it to fight battles in Ruby and Sapphire. And there was also like those games where they're tile puzzles and you have to move them to make a picture. There
yeah.
was
Yeah.
one that was you would swipe that and it was a Kirby tile puzzle, and I vividly remember playing that thing in the car for like an hour. It's like a puzzle that should really take you like 2 minutes, and I remember playing it, swiping it over and over again on my Game Boy Advance e-reader, and just playing that block puzzle.
Are
But
the
yeah, shout out to the e-reader.
are the e-readers like worth a lot now or not really? Because like
I'll look it up right now. I'll look it up right
I
now.
have I had the Game Boy Advance player for the GameCube. I have the disc.
Oh, that
I think my GameCube's still at my parents and the Game Boy Advance player's underneath, but the GameCube player disc is like worth a lot of money, I guess, right now because like a lot of people like lost theirs or they don't have it. So
the e-reader is currently it's about, you can buy it now for like $70.
okay, so not really then.
Not too. I still have mine. I sold like a lot of my old consoles, but I kept my Game Boy Advance and my e-reader just in case I ever wanted to swipe a card again. But you can even emulate that, which is kind of crazy, but not as fun as swiping. I also think I got a PS2 for Christmas once, but that memory is not as vivid as my e-reader.
Yeah, I think the SPs were the last console, or the last thing I got for Christmas. Because the DS, I got a DS Lite. I must have just bought it or got it for my birthday, and then the GameCube. I got lucky because my brother and we got our N64 and all the games, and we were gonna sell it and trade it in for the GameCube. But my grandpa was like, "Hey, I'll just buy it off you so you guys can play something here when you come over." So we sold it to him and got a GameCube, and then years later, my grandpa's like, "You can just have it back; it's fine." So I got my whole collection back again, which was nice.
No. So I did. It's it's not as a fun story, but I was like a Christmas memory that it did involve gaming was I got it. I did get a Nintendo DS for Christmas in the year it came out. Launched Nintendo
2004.
DS.
Yeah, I did
Yep.
too as well. Actually, I meant to bring that up. I did as well.
Yeah, I was hospitalized over Christmas with pneumonia in 6th grade. So I was sitting there with fluid in my lungs, like all through Christmas. I remember like the day I got out for Christmas break, I got put in the hospital for pneumonia, and then the day I got out was like the day before I went back to school.
Ugh.
So I had
Poor
my
Sid.
entire Christmas break was in the hospital. But I did get a Nintendo DS. I remember playing Metroid Prime First Hunt, and I'm pretty sure I had the Spider-Man 2 movie game on DS.
Oh my god, I got the same thing. I got that as well.
Yeah. And then I don't remember if Star Wars Episode 3 was a launch game or not. I definitely had that early. And then Mario 64 DS. Like my mom went all,
Me too. That's
her
what I got as well.
her 6th grade son was in the hospital for Christmas, so she bought me a lot of games on my Nintendo DS.
I
So
got that
that's like a
exact.
pretty
That's
vivid.
exactly what I got. Yeah.
They were great games. That was that's definitely a vivid gaming memory. Not the best, being hospitalized, but I did get a Nintendo DS, so that was nice, I guess.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, well, I think that's going to do it unless you guys have anything else. Obviously, we're looking forward to Christmas. I will say last year, Parrot, Joanna got me Pikmin 1 plus 2, and that launched my
Ooh.
love of Pikmin, but I don't think I really even asked for any video games this year, so I don't.
No, I asked for one single video game this year, so we'll see if I get that one game. I
What'd
asked
you
for
ask for?
Katamari for Switch, the new
Oh, there
one.
you go.
So I'm like,
For some
it's
reason, I
already
thought you were going
already
to
on
say.
Black Friday sale.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say Hannah Montana for Switch. I don't even know if that exists, but.
Now that would be cool.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening. And until next time, everyone, sayonara.
Bye. Happy holidays.
Bye, guys. Merry Christmas.